Start the clock.
Evening kiddies, Dr. Freedom here with you. Time for some Doctor Who news from in and around the universe. You know the yeah, there wasn't any filming pics put out today, but I'd been hearing a rumor from a fellow we call Track Boy about a possibility of a very strange, storyline for Series 9, and I didn't want to report anything about it until I heard a little bit more. And I don't know. I'll let you folks judge for yourselves. Keep in mind the source for this is a little bit, they've been right before, but then again, I'll leave it up to you. But I thought this was very, very interesting. Okay, first off the bat. All right, let's get into it. From Doctor Who to Dr. Evil, Time Lord Peter Capaldi set for a child murder storyline. This is from the Mirror, though, so keep that in mind. But this is a rumor I've heard going around, and I didn't want to substantiate it until I heard a little bit more about it. And I think maybe this is a little bit more about it. So I'm going to share it with you and leave it for you folks to judge for yourself. The dramatic season opener is based on a line muttered 40 years ago by Tom Baker's Doctor in Genysis of the Daleks. Doctor Who kicked off the new series with one of its darkest ever plots as Peter Capaldi's Time Lord ponders whether to murder a child. The dramatic season opener is based on a line muttered 40 years ago by Tom Baker's Doctor in Genysis of the Daleks. At that time, he asked, quote, "If someone who knew the future pointed out a child to you and told you that child would grow up to be totally evil, to be a ruthless dictator who would destroy millions of lives, could you then kill that child?" Now, if Capaldi's nightmare unfolds after the TARDIS, takes him to a battlefield where he realizes he is face-to-face with the younger version of his arch-enemy Davros, who went on to create the Daleks. Now, the dictator, who was played as a grown-up by Julian Bleach, was last seen in 2009 when he locked horns with David Tennant's version, of the Doctor. Now, this time he returns to the planet Skaro and holds the Time Lord captive as he struggles to save the evil machines from dying out. Now, folks, I've been hearing rumors about this, and it's kind of scary that this is a possibility. There were rumors posted up on Twitter going around about the Daleks possibly being in Series 9. It would be a big surprise. They're in just about every series. But what if this is a whole new take on them? They do have earlier versions of the Daleks that were built for adventure in space and time. What if they're going to roll those out? Now, despite the dark start to the 9th series, which airs later this year, the boss, Stephen Moffat, has insisted he's made the Doctor more lighthearted, and then we've already read all these quotes before. So we won't go any further into those because you already know what those says. Those are the ones by Moffat from earlier this year. But it is something to ponder, because what if he was given a second chance to avert the creation of the Daleks? Now, given the whole fact the Time War has been pretty much erased, could they be going down this route? In a way, I hope they don't. It's already been explored before, all the way back in Genesis of the Daleks, about the Doctor, when he's holding those two wires, to explode the Dalek, birthing chambers. And he goes, "Do I have that right?" And he chose, not to. But at the same time, they still wound up blown up anyway. But that's a whole other ball. That's a whole other ball of wax. But still, we have to ponder: Will Moffat now go down that road? I'll leave it up to you folks to decide. Here it is. Now, jumping out over to Kasturbis. Now, I have seen so many different versions of this article between the Star and the Mirror. It's ridiculous. Like, the Mirror said that Capaldi quit over this particular issue. But I didn't see anything in the original article, but I think Kasturbis summed it all up better. So that's why I'm going to go with their version, okay? You think Christopher Eccleston's Doctor was too northern. Now, all right, whippets, blah, 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 my gum fracking, cheesecake. Lots and lots of planets have a north, and we have to deal with that. But the Daily Mail reckons that the BBC couldn't deal with all Time Lords having flat caps in the closets. Now, this is an interesting one. Now, the much-loved UK tabloid, cough, 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 splutter, is taking something Christopher Eccleston has said, perhaps a bit out of context, and because the 51-year-old told the Radio Times, quote, "I wanted to move him away from the RP received pronunciation for the first time because we shouldn't make a correlation between intellect and accent, although that still needs addressing." Now, the Mail argues that the Beeb had issues with it, but this doesn't sound like what Eccleston's saying at all. He's basically stating why he kept his accent. How come you sound like you're from the North? Rose asked in Cockney, and of course he answered every planet has a North. This is quite different from the male, which leads with, quote-unquote, the 51-year-old suggested he quit the role after a row over his decision to play the character with a strong northern accent. And that's not what happened. So be very, very careful, where you get your news from. Now, I put the Mirror article over in the Whovians group today, and my group as well. And and then I eventually said, look, guys, he doesn't say that at all. I just want to get the reactions of the folks in the comment boxes. All right. Now, Eccleston did go on to say, quote, I hope you'll be remembered as one of the doctors. I have no ill feeling towards the character or the series. I don't watch it, and I'm not keen to discuss it because I want this to be about Safe House, and that's my mortgage, end quote. So he goes into Safe House from there. We've gone over this a little bit. Here's a synopsis and whatnot for Safe House. So if you want to go check this out, here it is right here. Here's all the info you need about it. And like I said, there's a nice, cute little, synopsis here and whatnot. It's not my cup of tea, but I figure you guys will come watch it, especially if you're a fan of Chris Eccleston. I've loved him in a lot of stuff. I especially love the character he played. I believe it was the Major in 28 Days Later. Always a really good character. Plus, he was in Heroes for a bit. And like I said, love his character, whatever he's playing. So, Thor the Dark World. All right. Okay, Peter Capaldi throughout the years. Now, for you folks who didn't know it, today was Peter Capaldi's 57th birthday. So, that's why they're going to do this. You have a little photo thing where they run through, different photos of Capaldi from, his time, in the cinema and whatnot. Be sure to go check that out. Okay, they're going to get a laugh out of this over on BBC News. Doctor Who course is being offered by Stockport's Aquinas College. That's right. A college of Greater Manchester will take students back in time by holding classes on the history of the science fiction drama Doctor Who. Now, the thing is, this is not the first time that's happened. It's happened in a couple places, I believe, here in the U.S. Damn if I can't remember to save my life. If anyone of you remember where the Doctor Who course is, please post it in the comment box. I'm very sorry. I should have been a bit more prepared. But, I've had a lot of stuff going on here in the homestead, and my brain's twirling in 50 different directions a minute. And I just can't remember where they offered that course at. I could have swore it was Syracuse. I don't know why. But so it's both about the program and the society it was shown in. So the role of women is quite interesting, the way it has evolved over the years. Now the Doctor's companions are very feisty and articulate, whereas in the past they sometimes had a supportive role, and that reflects changes in society. And that's a quote from Mr. Herbert there, who said it will explore all the Doctors, their companions, behind the scenes production techniques and whatnot. So if you're, if you want to go check this out, honestly, I don't see any more information about it here. But there's another thing right there. So if you want to go check this out, here it is. Because I have friends who live in Manchester and they know who they are. All right, Matt Smith talks Terminator, Pride and Prejudice, and Patient Zero. Now, a lot of people have been freaking out because how come we ain't seen Matt Smith in any of the Terminator trailers? Well, the thing is, we don't know much. Also, we don't know much about what's going on with the new Terminator movie. But also keep in mind, it was already stated that whatever characters he's playing is going to have a minor role in the first movie, but it's going to grow into a more major role across the next two. And he's already been signed for all three if the trilogy flies off, which it probably will. Come on, it's a Terminator franchise. They usually do pretty well. I really wish, a lot of people don't like it when I mention it, but I liked Terminator Salvation. And a lot of people go, oh, God, that movie sucked. Yeah, but that movie also, for a change, stayed in the future in one timeline, whereas you didn't have all this jumping about. It's like, sheesh. Now they're going to completely flip the timeline from what I've seen in the trailers for this movie that have been coming out. And it's just ridiculous, man. Why are we rewriting movies from 1984 for crying out loud? Go out and do your own crap. I'm getting tired of this, man. Remakes. It's not supposed to be a remake. It's supposed to be an add-on, but guess what? It's going to completely flip the timeline. Oh, what other movie did that? Oh, Star Trek? Oh, sorry. All right. But I'll leave this for you to check on. There's a little thing about Smith. Ooh, look at my muscles. Look at my muscles. Yeah, look at my bald head, you big-eared weirdo. Okay. Also, who could Matt Smith be playing in Terminator Genysis? And there's all kinds of speculation here if you want to jump in on this. If you want to take a look at it, there's word going around. This was the latest rumor that he's actually the living embodiment of Skynet from, just they did with the last movie with Helena Bonham Carter. But like I said, nothing's confirmed on that as yet. But once again, it's Matt Smith. Go check it out if you're interested. All right. Top 10 most shared Doctor Who clips on YouTube. If you want to go check this little video out, here it is. It's only 7.5 minutes long, but it gives you an idea of some of the more popular clips if you want to go take a look at it for some fun. Tale of Two Peters, and this is over on, Warp Factor. Christopher Morley compares Peter Davison and Peter Capaldi and discovers that they have a lot more common than you may first think. Now, remember, yesterday was Peter Davison's 64th birthday. It's kind of weird that you have, a doctor from the modern era and a doctor from the classic era, and they're only how many years apart? Not that far, actually. That's right. Yeah, Capaldi just turned 57 today. So, Oh, okay. So if you want to go check this out, cute little article over here on Warp Factor. All right. Sorry, I'm running in a hurry, but I'm in a big hurry. I'm running way behind. The Big Care sign up of 2015. This Sunday, 19th of April, we'll see the Big Care sign up to host an event to raise money for the Carer Center, a charity based in Leicestershire. As part of the events, there will be an auction of celebrity and entertainment memorabilia, including autographs from all 13 actors who have played the Doctor. Guests from Doctor Who will be John Levine, who played Sergeant Benton, and Matthew Dale, Big John, and from Robot of Sherwood. So if you're interested in this kind of stuff, boom, here it is. Here's your chance. Oh, look at this stuff they got here. Like stuff signed by William Hart. All 13 Doctors, baby. Ooh, doggy. I don't see John Hurt in there anywhere, is he? Okay. Oh, there it is. There he is. There's John Hurt. Okay, so if you want to go check that out, boom, there it is. That's right. I forgot there's only 13 Doctors because David Tennant had 2 incarnations due to, what was it, the Vanity Issues? All right. Just for shits and giggles, look, it's a chocolate TARDIS. That's right. Oh, man. It's available in white chocolate, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, mint chocolate. This tiny TARDIS is big on flavor, and because that's not a hollow shell. It is solid, baby. It's a solid chunk of chocolate. And the Doctor Who Chocolate TARDIS is available starting from $3.95 at Fandoms and Knits Etsy store. So be sure to go check this out. Nice little novelty item to have. It's not like you're going to put it on desk. If it gets real hot during the summer, that sucker is going to turn into the blob on you. All right. And lastly, here's some pictures of Chris Eccleston in Safe House, plus a little bit. Once again, here's another little bit synopsis about it. If you want to go check it out, plus there's a little clip about 30 seconds long. I figured I'd throw that as an addendum, so that way you get some more pics of Chris Eccleston in Safe House. Okay, well, sorry, that's all I got for now. Keep in mind, this Saturday's Omega Files will be Big Trouble in Little China. There's some stuff possibly in the mix for May. I'm still working on scheduling that. So once again, if you thought Simon Fisher Becker was amazing, and yes, he is amazing, we got more stuff. Like I said, there's lots of irons in the fire yet. We're going over, lots of stuff to come. And I'm really enjoying doing these, little podcasts for you folks. It's fun sharing, and learning more about the guys, and the guys, women, and all that who go on the screen and make this stuff happen for you. Okay. But nope, that's all I got for tonight. So take care. Ta-ta. Enjoy the rest of your day. I got to get back to the mask, but at the same time, I like this. Everybody like the goggles? I really like the tanker goggles, man. I've been enjoying these. I picked these up at a, little store. They're supposed to be like from World War II or something. Or are these flight goggles? I can't remember. I really enjoy it. Oh, either way, get out of here. Have a good night.